I thought I would share what I eat in a typical week as I travel around the country in my self-converted camper van. This week my friend Taylor is visiting me, so this adds a lot of joy and excitement into cooking because I love cooking for other people. She also has some kind of self-imposed dietary restrictions where she's trying to not eat as much soy, so this kind of changed what I was cooking this week, and it was honestly such a fun challenge for me to cook without using soy. The first dinner that we had together, I made some sushi. I love sushi so much, and making it homemade is actually way easier than you might think. All I did was I cut up a bunch of mushrooms and I sauteed that in some soy sauce. You could use coconut aminos if you are trying not to eat as much soy. I made a big pot of sushi rice, that way I could have a little extra to meal prep for later in the week. And to make the sushi, I put it on my little roller. I get a piece of nori sheet and press that down with a metal spoon. And then I put a bunch of black sesame seeds. I just love putting black sesame seeds on everything. I don't really know why. I put carrots, those sauteed mushrooms, and raw zucchini and raw avocado. And then I roll that up. I get a bit of water and I put that at the top of the sushi roll, and then I continue rolling it and I cut it. And the key to cutting good sushi is having a really sharp knife. So I made sure to sharpen my knife before I cut the sushi.
Do you do these with people or you just do these alone?
Both. Do you like them? Do you have that pack or no? It's really great. Sometimes I'll do it as a journal entry.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
I feel like my mom's really loving and welcoming and like makes everyone feel like really loved and special, and she's really kind to people. Let's think about all of the different items in this food that we're holding and how different farmers harvested this from different parts of the world and put like their energy and like their day into this.
It's crazy. Wow.
Do you ever like cook with like intention purposely and like love and stuff because of the energy goes in the food?
I do. I think of it. Especially when I'm cooking for other people. Because I want to put it into their bodies.
Sometimes I start like that and then forget. You put the powder in, didn't you?
Like taste it?
It tastes good.
I do.
Good that we have that in our body.
It has a bunch of superfood. Maca, ashwagandha, tangat ali.
What's tangat ali?
Good for the yellow superfood. Basically for like sex drive and immunity and energy. So if you want to have sex up there with anybody, it's good for that.
The moment passes by while waiting on a sign. It takes a little time to change the paradigm. I feel it grow like a volcano. The anger builds inside, takes dust and grime.
After the hike, I made some veggie tacos. I started by cutting up some red bell pepper, and I also cut up some sweet onion. I added zucchini as well as corn and kale. And once that mixture was done, I put it in a tortilla with some guacamole. I'm so grateful for my body for being able to
I love that top we have.
Yeah. Take us on that hike, and to be able to do that hike, just have the opportunity to be in such beautiful spots in nature.
I love smoothies. I feel like they're such an easy, nice, sweet treat for breakfast. My standard smoothie is kind of a chocolate-based one, so I put in some frozen bananas. I also added some dates, some rice milk, and an ice cube with some of my cacao protein powder.
Do you have any intentions for a day today?
I don't want to make the intention. I'm gonna jump off the cliff because I don't know how high it is.
25 feet. Would that be the highest you've ever jumped?
Probably. I feel like 20 is my highest.
Let me look and see if that.
I wonder if there's a smaller one.
Are you going to?
Maybe.
You're a baby.
I know, I really am. You look like a dog. Ruff, ruff.
Woof, woof.
You're gonna do it.
You don't think you want to do it?
No, I think I'll do it if you do it first.
Why?
I don't know. It's
If
really.
I do it and you don't do it,
You'll be mad.
you'll just be a bitch.
How many times?
Dad,
have
if
done
you
it?
go, everyone will go. You can be the hero.
I don't think I can do it.
You claim you've done 35-foot jumps.
I don't think I can do it.
Go.
Sarah needs to go with me because she's not gonna go at all if I.
That's
don't
not true. You'll just
her
have to
and
go
drag her
twice.
with me. Last time she tried to go cliff jumping, I had to climb up and
Okay, the
jump
sun's
with
coming
her.
out. This is good timing.
2,
3.
Go!
Oh my god.
Let's do it.
2, 1,
Yes!
go. 3, 2.
Wait, so I just pencil?
You guys are such wimps. 3.
No, Dad, let her do it. I'm so scared.
Yeah, so you need
I
just
wanna
go.
go with you.
Go,
I
go.
wanna go with you.
Just
I
go.
think you can do it together. Over. You just gotta go.
Yes!
And for lunch, I meal prepped a sushi bowl to bring on our hike. To do this, I cut up some avocado and squeezed some lime over that, and I threw that in a bowl with rice, carrots, raw zucchini, black sesame seeds, and then I put some soy sauce on there.
I'm ready. I don't know how do I start.
How long have you been living in it?
I've been living in it started in May. I got all my food right up here. Tons of granola bars. Been on a SpaghettiOs kick lately. And then around back, you have the bed that, not the biggest, but it works. A blanket, keep you warm. A pillow that's extra. Got my pack that stays here. Extra storage on the sides. Clothes. Then this lifts up. This is like my shower gym bag. And then this is all just stuff I honestly should not have brought because I don't use anything in here.
How is it traveling in a Tesla? Is it hard to charge it?
No, charging is super easy.
Where do you charge it?
There's tons of charges everywhere. You can get like an app on your phone. What?
Where does the charger go?
Oh.
Oh, like the gas station.
Working on a fastball, throwing hard, aiming high and a little bit outside. If it never gets dark, we'll never go inside.
We eventually drove up north from the Grand Tetons to Yellowstone. So this is where we were today, and I wanted to bring something else on our hike, so I made a little Mexican bowl. To do this, I cut up some kale and then I put olive oil on top of that. I also put tahini on there, nutritional yeast, pepper, and salt. And I added hemp seeds and flax seeds, and then I massaged that in there. I cut up some cherry tomatoes and threw that in the salad with some red onion and corn, and I also added some rice to make this like veggie bowl type thing. Yellowstone was filled with so many geysers and hot springs, and it was so fun to see all of that. But as we head up a little more north, we chose a hike into a waterfall, since a lot of those hot springs were a little more touristy and populated, whereas this waterfall hike was a little more remote, and something that we were kind of really looking for was a remote travel experience. So for this hike, I decided to make some pasta. Taylor's not a big fan of tomato sauce, so I made a little homemade kind of oily sauce. I just put olive oil in a pan with green onion, garlic, a little bit of onions, and cherry tomatoes, and then I put that on top of some lentil pasta.
Hi, Mr. Chipmunk. Hi, Mr. You eating that mushroom.
He's so cute.
He looks so snuggly. I want to snuggle him.
He looks kind.
I want to kiss his belly.
He has kind eyes.
He does.
I want to tickle his belly. Oh, he knows we love him.
He does. He's like empty.
Taylor and I both have such sweet tooths, and together we're monsters. And last time we traveled together, we just spent like literally $100 of sweet
It's so good.
treats. Okay, really?
Uh-huh.
This is the first.
I think it's a coconut milk base, and it makes it sweeter.
It's sea salt caramel chocolate. Coconut bliss. This is by the brand Jolly Llama, and it's gluten-free. Oh, and it's gluten-free, huh? I wonder how that'll be.
It tastes normal.
Normal.
Like it tastes like it has no alternatives.
The caramel.
Wow. That's so special that we have vegan food. I love that about them.
It was right outside of the park.
You need to get like TripAdvisor or what's it called?
Yep.
Yeah. And, like rate places really well that have vegan alternatives.
And then rate them bad if they don't, like in that visitor center. But they had almond milk. So that is progress.
But they also had bison. I can't believe they had bison.
They had, okay.
Rant time.
Everybody in the park is like obsessed with bison and elk, and all of the people that are visiting are like pulling over to take pictures with the elk and the bison. They're all so happy. They love them. We love them too.
But then you go to the store to buy food, and there's like a bison burger, and then there was elk jerky. And it's like, protect the wildlife, be kind to the wildlife.
Too.
But then later buy their bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, really weird. It's sad because I feel really connected to the elk and bison after spending some time with them.
I feel really connected to the bison.
After this conversation I had with Taylor, I decided to do a little of my own research into why Yellowstone is killing the bison and elk. And what I found out is that bison are basically overpopulated within Yellowstone, which can destruct the habitat. Naturally, they would migrate outside of the park, but Montana doesn't allow for many of them to leave the park because Montana is afraid that the bison will transmit a disease called brucellosis, I think that's how you call it, to the cattle in the nearby areas. They are also worried about competition with cattle for grass and different things like that. But it sounds like the main thing is this disease, brucellosis. So then I did a little more research into what brucellosis is, and it's a bacterial disease that can induce abortions or stillbirths in infected animals. Learning about this was very interesting to me because I feel like the conversation of hunting and killing wild animals that are wreaking havoc on the environment is a very big one, and I think it is also a very nuanced one. Like, I'm personally vegan. I don't think we should be killing animals when we don't have to, but at the same time I feel like there's a lot of gray areas and a lot of nuance to certain questions within that. And for the most part, I believe that necessity is a justification to kill animals. I still think it's unfortunate and sad, and that we should regard animals' lives very highly and be very respectful to them, and it should very much be a last case scenario. And I think that when we kill animals in the wild in this way, we kind of neglect our own impact on it. Like, this is such a big discussion, and I feel like people just think that we need to kill these animals. But when I look into something like the bison and elk in Yellowstone, it becomes apparent that this whole problem, I guess you could say, of the bison overpopulating the park is because of human intervention in the first place. It's because humans in the nearby area in Montana are not allowing the bison to migrate as they usually would. It's because humans artificially bred a bunch of cattle, which is actually how brucellosis was introduced to Yellowstone bison and elk in the first place. And now we don't want the bison and elk to bring brucellosis back to the livestock in the nearby areas or to compete with cattle for grass, and so we're containing them in a smaller portion of land, and obviously that's leading to some destruction of that land. It's so remarkable to see how many problems intersect at animal agriculture. I mean, obviously there's a lot of animal abuse going on there between the artificial breeding and the mutilation and the killing animals at a fraction of their lifespan, but there's also an impact on the environment, not only with something like this, with the bison and the elk, but also because animal agriculture as a whole is one of the leading causes of climate change.
Okay, we got some snacks.
I'm satisfied with this.
It's coconut water? Is it just coconut water?
Yeah. I don't know why I really love coconut water lately.
It's really good. We got some random snacks, comfort snacks.
I feel like that's the only thing that's random.
Junk snacks.
Huckleberry. Everything was huckleberry flavor.
I know.
It like matches you and your phone case too.
Huckleberry licorice. Let's try. Vegan. I really, for this type of stuff, I only look for gelatin because there's not going to be dairy in here, and there's no gelatin. So. Oh, whoa, the color.
Whoa.
Wow. What does this taste like?
Grape.
So familiar.
Tastes like my childhood. It tastes like Scooby-Doo snacks.
Yes, that's what I was looking for.
Oh, it's so good.
I like it. I'm glad I got these. And then the other stuff we got. Do you want to show what you got?
What's this?
Also vegan. Such a staple. There's no gelatin in it, right? Yeah.
What if there was?
They're made in Turkey.
I wonder why some things do have gelatin and some don't. Like what? What did they use instead?
I don't know. Caroba wax? I don't know what that is though. We also got some granola bars. I got this Nature's Valley. Nope, Nature's Bakery fig bar.
And I got a Cliff Bar.
Both these brands are vegan.
And a sticker.
The sticker says, "Don't feed the bears." So far, how are you liking Yellowstone?
It's cool. It's got a sleepy energy to it.
We've been really sleepy, which is why we got all this comfort food. I feel like we've been eating so healthy, and then today we both went to the grocery store, and without even talking or saying anything, we both discovered we were on the exact same page. She was like, "I kind of want Swedish fish," and I was like, "I've been thinking that too." I don't know why. I'm so comforting. But I really like these. I'm gonna miss these. I never really see these anywhere.
I know. I've never seen those before.
I'm gonna be sad. But the geysers here are really insane and cool. I've never seen anything like it.
They are really cool. I almost fell in one.
She did. She literally, because the boardwalks, they don't have railings. She almost fell back into it. She literally tripped and was so close.
I feel like that's like a common theme with me.
And it was orange. And there's signs everywhere saying people
That's
die.
why I bear crawl. I'm just like...
Clumsy?
Is it? Is that what clumsy is?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I'm just uncoordinated.
I don't view you as uncoordinated, but you did almost trip today.
In acid.
In acid, because there's signs everywhere saying people die every year because they fall into the scalding hot water, or the acid is so strong that it even burns through people's boots. And the thing she would have fallen in was this bright orange color, so I was like, I feel like that is acidic.
I think they don't have railing up, so the wildlife can still cross.
Do the wildlife not get hurt on the acid?
Did you
I
know
don't
this was the first national park ever?
Yeah, I saw that in the visitor center on a sweatshirt. I thought
That's why it's
Yosemite
so
was.
famous.
Yeah, I thought Yosemite was though too.
It's probably like one of the first. But I think this was the first ever. Well, isn't it like Theodore Roosevelt? There was some president, I feel like, that wanted to protect the lands.
Love him.
Great guy.
Thank you. We haven't been in this sleepy energy the whole...
I feel like you
Good.
were in the beginning of the day.
I think her energy rubbed up off of me.
My energy's kind of contagious. I also
Very
think just
strong energy.
being at a park that's congested with,
Tourists.
yeah, it's just like, it's like Disneyland energy, or like Six Flags.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like, ugh.
Grand Tetons we went to, maybe we haven't explored Yellowstone well enough to know, but at the Tetons it was very remote and we were going on hikes in the wilderness and it felt very much like in the wild.
And everyone there was like young hiker, nature, outdoorsy people.
And these are more so tourists, at least on the hike we did today. So I get it. But yeah, I think we're gonna eat the rest of our junk food. And then maybe watch a movie or something. It's like the
Take a nap.
evening. Yeah, sleep.